Good morning, YouTube family, and welcome back. Thank you for stopping by again, or stopping by for the first time. I appreciate it sincerely. If you like the message today, please like, subscribe, share, all of that good information. So after my last reading, I immediately got sick with an upper respiratory infection. Feeling so much better today, but it just kind of goes to tell me that I'm on the right path, because I very rarely get sick. Usually it's just a small cold, and I can tell that our darker forces don't want me to be passing these messages on, so I'm now more resound to do it. Having said that, again, I have already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards. A couple of nights ago, after I did the first reading, my angels came back to me that night again and woke me up, and told me that the next message for you is that you need to seek your own truth. And they were very, very distinct in saying, not know your truth, seek your truth. Meaning, whatever it is you think you know, make sure that is what is actually the truth. They were just extremely distinctive between the word know and seek. Something that you think, my YouTube viewers, something that you think you know in your life is not what it seems, and so therefore you need to seek your own truth and find out whether it's true or not. I hope that makes more sense as we're getting through this reading. Maybe they'll give us some clarification, more specific information, because they did not tell me whether it was relating or pertaining to a relationship or a decision on a house, anything like that. It could be something very basic, but they did not clarify that, so I'm hoping they clarify that in our reading today. Yep, that pretty much clarified that. So, YouTube viewers, this is going to be about a romantic relationship. Our overall theme of the day is that we have a gift from God. I know that I do. I have empath, the ability to be an empath. I can feel energy from those around me. I can usually pretty easily tell who's telling me the truth and who's not. But I'm an empath, not a telepath, so I can't always specifically discern what piece of information is the falsehood, but I can usually pick up on the emotion behind it, whether it's anxiety, holding your breath, or whatever telltale signs that people have when they're trying to get something by you. The gift from God is something that, if you don't already have the sixth sense gifts that some of us have, God is giving that to you today. He wants you to understand and know what it is that you have yourself in the middle of in this relationship. So your partner, and I really feel like this is romantic, so I am going to go with your partner. Your partner has told you a piece of information. Now, I do not know if that piece of information has to do with whether they were out with their friends last night, or whether they're not really single, they're married secretly in New York. They've told you something that you already have doubts about. I can see that over here from the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands tells me you're looking out, you're contemplating. You're contemplating your choices, your situation, where you want to go, how you want to proceed. So something's up. This thing that they have told you is not something that's going to catch you off guard, because you already have your suspicions about it. And I'm glad. I'm really, really glad to see that you are following or hearing your intuition enough to stop and go, what's going on? And then we have the Five of Cups. And if the Five of Cups was upright, I would sit here and say, okay, guys, you're crying over spilled milk. But it's not. So to me, that means it is upside down. But to me, that means you are actually contemplating and doing something with the information that you think you know. You're not crying over spilled milk. You are seeking your own truth. You are trying to do something to find out what is going on in your situation. Then we have the World card, and the World card, you know, the World card's up, the World card's down. The World card does indicate that you have all of the tools at your disposal to find out the truth. Now that could manifest itself in a few different ways. So maybe your gifts are clairvoyance, you know, telepathy, whatever, and you can use those gifts. Fabulous. Maybe you're a master hacker and you know how to get into your significant other's phone or computer. You have the tools at your disposal to find out the information that you need to find out. Then we have the Eight of Swords, and I'm not completely surprised that she popped up. Had I known what this was going to be about romance, I would have probably told you she was going to pop up. She is bound by cloth. And that cloth is not chains, it is not ropes, which means she is keeping herself in this position. And right now, friends, you are keeping yourself in this position. And it's fear. I mean, well, that's not necessarily true. It is fear for some of you, but I'm also picking up, they're whispering in my ear right now. It's not necessarily just fear. There are some of you that are in a situation where maybe it's about money that you're stuck. So like, if you confront this person, are they going to pull their monetary assistance away from you? I mean, or maybe it's kids or something else that's got you paralyzed. I think when it boils down to it, though, it is fear. It's just fear of different things. Fear of them leaving, fear of them taking, you know, your kids, fear of them lashing out at you. But you have some fear here. And the Knight just tells us that it's a romantic relationship. I mean, it is a gentleman in this situation, but that is not necessarily gender specific to me. I will never read these cards as gender specific. It could be a guy, it could be a girl, but it is romantic. It's got emotions with it. Stand your ground. So my Psychic Tarot says to stand your ground. So essentially what I'm telling you guys is that you know something's up. I mean, you know it. And you need to seek your own truth. You need to go find out what it is you think you know, and then stand your ground with that person. Then, for our final card, we get the Nine of Michael. Your worry is absolutely unnecessary. So, don't we all do this? We sit there and we picture every single thing and scenario that could happen and go wrong. No, stop it. And trust me, I'm staring in the mirror when I say this. Focus on your thoughts on the outcome that you desire, and it will manifest. So, again, you know, and I've been told this my entire life as well, if we continue to put negativity out into the universe, we're going to get negativity back. So if we begin to put positivity out in the universe, then our lives will start to improve and we'll start getting that energy back. Now, the thing that used to confuse me, and I don't want to confuse you, is that just because you put out positive energy doesn't mean that the current relationship you're in is going to work, or, you know, whatever. The universe might take your positive energy and say, you know what, we need to give her something better, or him something better. So it's just lessons learned over time. But I digress. With regards to this, you just have to find your own truth. Use the tools that you have at your disposal, but that is the message that angels want you to have today. So again, thank you for stopping by. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.